There are days when the sun is shining, but inside your soul it is November. A quiet ache, a sadness with no apparent reason. You look at your good life, your family, your home, and you ask yourself, why do I feel this way? But what if that quiet sadness is not a sign that you are broken? What if it is proof that your soul is awake and listening? In this space, we will not try to chase that feeling away. We will learn to sit with it. We will use the deep wisdom of Carl Jung to finally understand the sacred message it is trying to deliver. Are you ready to hear the whisper beneath the quiet? You are the one this story is for, the woman who has walked through half a lifetime, who has built a world for others, who has mastered the art of saying, "I'm fine." But behind that gentle smile is an undercurrent, a quiet river of sorrows that have never been named. Think of a woman named Carol, 55 years old. Her children are grown, her career is settled, her house is quiet now. But in that stillness, a profound emptiness surfaces. It is not a sharp pain, it is a hollow ache, a sense of having lost something she cannot remember ever having. And the silent question that echoes in her heart is perhaps the one echoing in yours right now. If this sadness isn't about something I have lost, then where does it come from? And is it possible to find peace, not by fighting it, but simply letting it be? So let us return to that gentle, aching question. Where does this sadness come from? The first thing you must understand, and please hear this with your entire soul, this is not clinical depression. Depression is often a blanket of numbness, a loss of feeling. This quiet sadness is the opposite. It is a profound and exquisitely sensitive form of feeling. It is not a flaw in the machinery of your mind. It is a feature of the soul. To understand its source, we must be willing to look at the life you have lived, not as a series of events, but as a collection of quiet, unmourned goodbyes. This unspoken sadness is often composed of three invisible griefs. First, it is the grief of unacknowledged losses. This is the quiet mourning for the things that simply faded away, the boundless energy of your 30s, the ambition you once had for a different career path, the easy laughter of a friendship that slowly dissolved into Christmas cards and then into nothing. Society does not hold funerals for these things. There are no rituals for the passing of a younger self, so the grief goes underground. It settles in your bones, a quiet ache for a time you can never return to. Second, it is the grief of abandoned dreams. This is a more intimate sorrow. It is the mourning for the woman you never got to be, the artist who put away her brushes for her children, the traveler who chose stability over adventure, the scholar who paused her studies for a marriage. That version of you does not simply disappear. She becomes a ghost, a quiet presence that walks beside you. And this sadness you feel is sometimes her whisper, reminding you of a path not taken, a life unlived. And third, perhaps the most common for women in our time, it is the grief of emptiness. For decades, your identity may have been beautifully and completely woven into your roles: mother, wife, daughter, colleague, caregiver. You were the sun around which so many planets orbited. But now the planets are shifting. The children are grown. Your parents may be gone. Your career may feel less demanding. And in the quiet space they leave behind, you feel a hollow ache. The sadness is not that they are gone. The sadness is the terrifying question: without these roles to fill me, who am I? Do you see it now? The unmourned past, the unlived future, and the empty present. This is the holy trinity of the unspoken sadness. It is not one thing, it is everything. It is the accumulated weight of a life. And this is where the wisdom of Carl Jung shines a profound and comforting light. To understand this sadness, imagine for a moment that your soul is a house, a vast, old house with many rooms. There is the living room, the bright, tidy space you show to the world. This is what Jung called the persona. It is where you entertain guests, where you display your accomplishments, where you say, "I'm fine." But every house has other rooms, an attic filled with forgotten heirlooms, a basement holding things you have stored away and meant to deal with later. These locked rooms hold the unacknowledged losses, the abandoned dreams. They hold every part of your story that did not fit into the tidy living room. They are not bad, they are not shameful, they are simply unvisited. For years you have been so busy in the living room, you have forgotten these other parts of your home even exist, but they are still there. And the unspoken sadness you feel is the quiet draft seeping from under the doors of these locked rooms. It is the chill you feel on a warm day. It is the house of your soul telling you that it is not whole. It is reminding you of the rooms that are waiting. In Jungian psychology, this collection of locked rooms has a name. It is called the shadow. Now, the word shadow can sound frightening. We think of darkness, of things to be feared. But in Jung's world, this is not true. The shadow is not your enemy. It is not a monster to be slain. The shadow is simply the sum of all you have disowned. All the parts of yourself, sad, angry, joyful, wild, creative, that you were taught were unacceptable and had to lock away to keep the living room looking perfect. The unspoken sadness is the whisper of your own shadow. It is the sound of your forgotten parts calling out to you, not to haunt you, but to be seen, to be held, to be brought back home into the house of yourself. It is the soul's sacred invitation to stop living in just one room and to become whole. So the question is not, how do we silence this sadness? The question becomes, how do we learn to open the door? And so we stand before the door to the quiet, sad rooms of our own soul. And we ask, how do we open it? The truth is, the first step is not to turn the key. The first step is to simply stand before the door and breathe. The first act of healing is not to confront the sadness, but to calm the part of you that is terrified of it. For years, we've been taught that to open this door is to be flooded, to be drowned in a sea of sorrow from which we may never return. And so we build dams, we reinforce the locks, we pretend the door isn't even there. This is the source of our exhaustion, not the sadness itself, but the immense, lifelong energy it takes to keep it contained. This journey of healing is about learning a gentler way, and it begins with understanding one of the most crucial distinctions in all of inner work, the profound difference between acknowledging your sadness and wallowing in it. Let me be very clear about this. They are not the same thing. One is an act of profound wisdom. The other is a trap of the ego. Think of it this way. Imagine a dear friend comes to your home, her heart broken with grief. What do? You do not tell her to cheer up. You do not analyze her pain or try to fix it. You simply make her a cup of tea. You sit with her on the sofa. You offer her a blanket. You listen if she wants to talk. You sit in silence if she does not. You are a warm, steady, compassionate presence. you are acknowledging her grief. You are holding a safe space for it. You are not becoming the grief itself. Now, imagine that same friend arrives, and instead of sitting with her, you throw yourself on the floor and begin to weep louder than she does. You make her pain about your pain. You become the center of the drama. That is wallowing. Wallowing is when the ego takes over the story. For decades, you have likely been a master at being a compassionate friend to others. The healing journey is about learning to offer that same quiet, steady presence to yourself. To acknowledge the sadness within you as you would a grieving friend. To say, I see you are here. I will make a space for you. I will not try to fix you. I will not become you. I will simply be with you. Do you feel the shift? It is a move from resistance to reception. And that shift is only possible through the second most courageous step on this path. It is the sacred rebellion of giving yourself permission. As women, especially in our culture, we are conditioned from birth to be problem solvers, to be the sunshine, to look on the bright side, to be the strong one. When sadness comes, our first instinct is to find a reason and then find a solution. We treat our own feelings like a task on a to-do list. Feel sad? Check. Fix sad? In progress. Giving yourself permission is the act of lovingly putting down the clipboard. It is the choice to stop treating your soul like a project to be managed. It is a quiet declaration that says, I am allowed to feel this. I do not need a reason. I do not need a solution. I am allowed to simply be in the quiet truth of this feeling for as long as it needs to be here. This is not weakness. It is a homecoming. And when you combine that gentle acknowledgement with that radical permission, something magical happens. You create a space of stillness. And in that stillness, you can finally take the third step. You can begin to listen to the message. Your sadness is not random noise. It is a messenger, a profoundly intelligent part of your psyche that has come to deliver a truth your busy, capable persona has not had the quiet to hear. When you sit with it, when you allow it to be, what is the whisper beneath the ache? Perhaps the message is simple. Perhaps the sadness is saying, I need rest. I have been strong for too long. I need stillness. Or perhaps it is more specific. Perhaps the sadness for the artist you never became is whispering, I miss beauty. I miss creating for the pure joy of it. Perhaps the sadness of a faded friendship is saying, I am lonely. I crave a deeper connection. Perhaps the sadness of an empty nest is saying, I need a new purpose. I need to find a new way to offer my love to the world. This is the sacred alchemy of healing. When you stop fighting your sadness and start listening to it, it ceases to be a burden. It becomes your guide, your compass, the wisest and most honest counselor you will ever have. It points you back to the parts of your life that have been neglected. It shows you where your soul is asking for your attention. The journey is not about getting rid of the sadness. It is about receiving its gift. And once we have heard the message, once we have understood what our soul is asking for, what do we do next? How do we turn this quiet acknowledgement into a life of deeper peace and meaning?
And so you have heard the whisper, the message from the quiet rooms of your soul. Perhaps the message was, I need rest. Perhaps it was, I need beauty. Perhaps it was, I need connection. The greatest lesson of this entire journey, the deepest truth you can carry forward, is that your feelings are not a problem to be solved. They are a compass to be followed. The act of acknowledging your sadness does not make you weak. It makes you whole. It makes you honest. And in a world that constantly asks women to be strong, to be honest with your own soul is the most powerful act of all. You are no longer at war with a part of yourself, and the energy you once used to keep that door locked is now free. Free to be used for healing, free to be used for creating, free to be used for living a more authentic life. So, how do we apply this deep Jungian wisdom into the beautiful, messy reality of our daily lives? How do we turn this inner shift into outer peace? It does not begin with a grand gesture. It begins with a simple, gentle, courageous practice. I want to offer you a very simple exercise, a way to practice this art of acknowledgement in a safe and contained way. I call it the silent witness. The next time you feel that quiet ache approaching, and it will come again, because feelings are like the weather, they are not permanent residents, they are passing clouds. When you feel it coming, do not run. Do not distract yourself. Do not immediately pick up your phone or turn on the television. Instead, I invite you to do this. Find a quiet space, even if it is just for 2 minutes, in your car or in the bathroom. Close your eyes. Take one slow, deep breath, and as you breathe out, I want you to say these words silently to the feeling of sadness inside you. Just these words. I see you are here. You are welcome to stay. That's all. You are not asking it why it is here. You are not telling it to leave. You are not analyzing it. You are simply acknowledging its presence with the gentle hospitality you would offer to a guest in your home. You are becoming the silent witness to your own inner world. Now, what is the magic in this? This simple act does something profound. It does not make the sadness disappear, but it instantly dissolves the second layer of suffering, which is our resistance to the sadness. The pain of sadness is one thing, but the exhaustion of fighting the sadness, the shame of feeling the sadness, the fear of being consumed by the sadness, that is a much heavier burden. The silent witness practice lays down that second, heavier burden, and when the resistance is gone, the sadness itself can move. It can flow through you instead of getting stuck in you. It can deliver its message, and then, in its own time, it can pass. This is the path to emotional sovereignty. It is the understanding that you are the house, you are not the weather that passes through it. You can be the calm, steady, compassionate space that allows all feelings to come and go. So, I want to leave you with a quiet call to action, a gentle invitation. This week, just once, I invite you to try this practice. The next time you feel that quiet ache, stop, breathe, and offer it your silent welcome. Do not expect a miracle. Just notice what happens when you stop fighting and start allowing. That small shift, that moment of making peace with a part of yourself, is the beginning of everything. It is the key that does not force the lock, but gently persuades it to open. We have traveled a great distance today, from the quiet, nameless ache in the soul to the deep Jungian understanding of it as a sacred message. From the exhaustion of fighting our own feelings to the quiet power of simply saying, I see you are here.
You now hold a profound truth in your hands. The key to the locked rooms was never force. It was always permission. For so long, you may have believed that to be whole meant to be happy all the time. To be strong meant to never feel sad. But the deepest truth of this journey is this: wholeness is not the absence of sadness. It is the gentle inclusion of it. It is the moment you stop trying to keep your house tidy and start loving your house fully with all of its rooms. The dusty attic, the forgotten basement, and the bright, sunlit living room all belong. All are sacred. All are you. The unspoken sadness was never your enemy. It was a loyal part of you, a lost child, waiting patiently at the door, just hoping to be invited back in. Acknowledging it, sitting with it, is not an act of surrender to despair. It is an act of profound courage. It is the moment you declare that your inner world is a sanctuary, not a battlefield. It is the moment you stop being a manager of your feelings and start being a loving guardian of them. This conversation, this gentle act of inner listening, is one of the greatest gifts you can give to yourself. You are not just allowing sadness, you are allowing your own humanity. You are giving yourself the grace to be the beautifully complex, multifaceted soul that you are. It will not be perfect. It will be a practice, a delicate, sometimes clumsy dance of listening and allowing. But it is the dance of true self-compassion. It is the path back home to yourself. And so I ask you to close your eyes just for a moment. Imagine the house of your soul. Imagine all of its rooms. Imagine opening all the doors and letting the soft light of your own awareness fill every corner. There is no judgment here, only welcome, only peace. That feeling, that quiet wholeness, is your birthright. It is the beginning of a new kind of inner peace. And so, as a quiet declaration to the universe, a promise to yourself that you are ready to be a safe harbor for your own heart, I invite you to go to the comments below and simply write the words, "My feelings are welcome here." Let this be your anchor, a gentle reminder for the journey ahead. But I must be honest with you. When we learn to welcome our own quiet sadness, it often brings a very specific and powerful guest to the door, the grief for the life we thought we would have. If you wish to continue exploring this tender territory, I invite you to watch the next video in our journey. In that video, you will find new tools to help you practice the sacred art of radical acceptance and find peace not in what could have been, but in the beautiful reality of what is. Until then, be gentle with yourself. The journey of welcoming yourself home begins now.